This next man, Gerald, is a sadistic sex offender. As he'll tell us, he is sexually aroused by inflicting pain. The victim he's describing is his 9-year-old stepson.
After about 2 years of molesting my son and all the pornography that I had been buying, renting, swapping, I had gotten my hands on some bondage and discipline pornography with children involved. And some of the reading that I had done and the pictures that I had seen showed total submission, forcing the children to do what I wanted. And I had eventually started using some of this bondage and discipline with my own son. And it had escalated to the point where I was putting a large Ziploc bag over his head and taping it around his neck with black duct tape, black electrical tape, and raping and molesting him at that point, to the point that he would turn blue, pass out. At that point, I would rip the bag off his head, not for fear of hurting him, but because of the excitement. I was extremely aroused by inflicting pain. And when I seen him pass out and change colors, that was very arousing and heightening to me. And I would rip the bag off his head, and then I'd jump up on his chest and I'd masturbate in his face and make him suck my penis while he was, as he started to come back awake. While he was coughing and choking, I would rape him in the mouth. I used the same sadistic styled act of the plastic bag and the tape 2-3 times a week, and that went on for, I'd say, a little over a year. If I hadn't been arrested when I was, my stepson would be dead. I would have killed him. I had been fantasizing about killing a victim during the course of rape or molest about 5 or 6 months.
Gerald's sadistic attacks continued, despite the fact that his stepson reported him repeatedly. No one believed the child.
It was reported to my wife and my parents, probably 6 or 7 different times. And there was actually one instance where I went to the police station myself to turn myself in. And the officer at the desk told me to go home and sleep off my drunk, and I left. If it wasn't for the fact that my landlord had found some pornographic pictures of my son in the attic of the home where we were living, I would probably still be molesting.
The backstory to this interview is definitely a mystery when it comes to the identity of the man being interviewed. It is widely known that during interviews with sexual predators or rapists, they are given aliases in order to protect them from the general public. I began to do research on the background of the man in question, and what I found is quite unsettling to say the least. According to multiple Reddit threads, this interview was conducted in the 1990s in an Alabama correctional facility for inmates with similar convictions and were deemed to be mentally unstable. In the summer of 1987, a child who I will refer to as Jane attended a daycare center owned and operated by Clarence John Blaine and his wife Bobby Blaine, operated in Clarksdale, Mississippi. The mother of the 9-year-old girl began to see behavior changes over a period of time. The mother said in an interview with a counselor, quote, "There was a tremendous change in my child. She would not sleep in her room. She would get up during the night and sleep on the floor, either on my side of the bed or my husband's side." 9-year-old Jane decided to finally talk about the horrors she had endured during her time at the daycare center. Jane testified that during the time she attended the Bain Daycare Center, Bain touched her, quote, "in the wrong places," about once a day during lunchtime. Bain placed his hand under her clothing and underwear, touching her between the legs, buttocks, and her breast area. She stated that she did not tell her mother because she was afraid her mother would not believe her. The defense called a number of witnesses, including mothers of other children who had attended the Bain Daycare Center, and a total of 8 other kids between the ages of 9 and 12 gave similar statements. It is not known where Clarence Bain is today, but public records say he was last arrested in Alabama around the year 2008, meaning he likely continued to reoffend.